And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And towing the slab, Chris Bassitt. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Leading off for
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Bassitt with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So in now for Cleveland, Will Brennan. And now 2-1 after that missed inside.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
One down, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a breaking ball misses outside. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Two down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Jhonkensy Noel. Right-hander kicks, deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, John Means.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Arias makes the grab. One up, one down. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2 strikes.
Line drive, and it's caught for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 outs, base is empty.
Guerrero Jr.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. On the ground. Bichette whips it to first. And quickly one away in the second. Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo. 1 out, base is empty. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there are 2 outs. Bo Naylor at the plate now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Got him swinging. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. Out of here. He'll touch them all. It's 1-0. And next for Toronto, Will Wagner.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Brennan going back, pulls it in on the warning track. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Thomas pulls it down. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That one misses. 2-2. Ground ball left side. Tosses to first. Inning over. Back here at Rogers Center, and now it's going to be Lane Thomas. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias.
Second baseman, Gabriel Arias.
Out to short, Bichette. Tosses across to first. Got him. Here's Brian Rocchio. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Now batting, left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. On the ground to third. Handles, throws to first, and that is the inning. As we go to the last of the 3rd, and now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Next one misses, and a count 2-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
He needed out one. It's been a tough stretch to the plate lately. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole.
And this ball gets down. It's a hit. The throw in. The tag out.
Now batting.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
Bo Bichette.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. First and second, two down. Here in the last half of the third. On the ground to the left. Throw on to Santana. And that'll do it. New inning getting started. Now it's the right fielder, Will Brennan. That one just misses. 2-2.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball to the right side. Jimenez. Over to first. One up, one down. Here's the third baseman, Jhonkensy Noel.
Jhonkensy Noel.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count 1-2.
Ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. Fouled off left side. Noel at first, one gone. On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. Back now in Toronto, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Santander.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Well struck right field. That's back. Into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball.
But just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Picks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, catcher.
Next to hit, Alejandro Kirk. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Designated hitter,
Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Bounce to Santana. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. The 1-2. And that one hammered. That's back there. Grabs it right up against the wall. Here's Lane Thomas. Here's a 1-1. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for
Gabriel
Cleveland, second
Arias
baseman,
getting ready to
Gabriel
hit.
Arias.
Hit on the ground might be 2. They put the tag on him. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. And we're back. And now it's Dalton
Leading
Varsho.
off for the Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
Up the middle, base hit, and a good start to the inning.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And the batter now, Jonathan Clase. In there at the knees, and the count is 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Varsho gets his lead at first with nobody out. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Santana makes the catch, and there's one down. Back to the leadoff
Now
spot in the
batting,
Blue Jays
second
lineup.
baseman,
Here's Andres Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Nope. Man at first, one away. Grounder might be 2. To Rocchio at second for 1. Back to first, double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. Back here at Rogers
Leading off
Center,
for
top
Cleveland,
6.
shortstop,
Leading off, Ryan
Rocchio.
Rocchio. Swing and a chopper out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. Stephen Kwan
Up next
now at
for
the plate.
Cleveland, left fielder Stephen Kwan.
Now one
2
missed.
balls, 1 strike.
The Guardians down by a pair, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they trail by 1. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Comes through with the RBI.
Noel.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1 ball.
Hitter's got some
2
good
strikes.
opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And here is Carlos Santana. Pitch
That's
misses,
ball 2.
and that's ball 2. And he grounds one to the right side. Guerrero
He's out.
steps on the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Bottom of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. Hunter
Now
Gaddis
pitching
will take
for
over here.
Cleveland.
Just trying to keep this
Number
one close
33.
here, and this is where a bullpen
Hunter
can give their
Gaddis.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Brennan on his way over. Nice grab on the run. One away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an
Now
outfielder.
batting,
Got to
the
put it
first
into
baseman,
his highest
Vladimir
gear and go a long way to track that
Guerrero
one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Next offering misses down and away. Gaddis, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Popped up. Rocchio settles underneath it. Squeezes it. That's out number 2.
Up next,
2
for
outs,
the
base is
Blue
empty.
Jays,
Anthony
left fielder,
Santander next up for the Blue Jays.
Santander.
That one fouled off. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're...
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
Well, the best relievers love the
Now
opportunity
pitching
to
for
come
the
in
Blue
and protect
Jays.
a tight lead late in the
Number
ball game.
57.
Some of them are just wired
Chad
different, so we'll see what he's
Green.
got here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Man, those are the
Up
types of
next
hits
for
where you don't feel
Cleveland,
any
catcher,
vibration in your
Bo
hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Here comes the throw, and he's out.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder,
Here's Lane Thomas now. And that one is downstairs. Now 2-2. Stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Now
Digging
pitching
in,
for the Blue
Gabriel
Jays,
Arias.
number 93, Jimmy Garcia.
And he swings through that one.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. His first homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Brian Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. Next offering is fouled back. Caught him looking for the K. Set for the last half of the 7th. And the batter now, Will
Third
Wagner.
baseman, Will Wagner.
And the count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. there. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Inside. And it's 2-1. Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Just missed.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Now fly ball to right center. Thomas under it. Drops into the glove. 2 down. And now the DH, Davis Schneider.
Designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Fastball for a strike at 95. And it's through for a hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an in.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Eric Swanson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. On the ground, right side, Jimenez. First out in the top of the 8th. And now the right fielder, Will Brennan. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's hard hit on the line. Out, number 2. 2 down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, John Kenzie Noel. The 2-1. And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Ernie Clement.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Cade Smith into the game.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Outside corner for a strike. And that skips into dirt. Hard hit left side. Zips it to first. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. And fires in a fastball at 95.
2 strikes.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and he'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Runner on the go again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Runner on the move again. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Swings and misses. Struck him out. So coming into the game now on defense, George Springer. He takes over in right.
Leading off for Cleveland,
one-run game.
first baseman,
Now the
Carlos
four-hole hitter for the
Santana.
Guardians, Carlos Santana. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first. And a quick out, number one. So up next, Kyle
Now batting,
Manzardo.
the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's a ball. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. 2 outs, bases empty. Bo Naylor, the next to hit. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder, Lane Thomas.
So runner at second, 2 down. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. That's a base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Yeah, everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now a chance for Gabriel Arias.
Ball 3.
And downstairs.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Struck him out looking. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Emmanuel Clase comes on trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
One-run game, bottom 9. On the ground, out to short. Throw on to Santana. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining. Will Wagner digs in now.
Will Wagner.
Next offering is in for a strike. Blue Jays down a run. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him, and that's the ball game.
I'd say you're lying if you say you don't feel a 5-game losing streak. This W definitely helps them relax a little bit and take some of the pressure off from it going to a 6, 7, or even an 8-game losing streak.
3-2 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.